This screencast is just a very quick introduction to some of the work that is being done in relation to the IODP, ODP, and DSTP data and the ability to search that data based on time, both in absolute age and in geologic stages. So a lot of this work is being based on the age models available at Kronos. These include age models not only from the Neptune database, but from the Janus database at TAMU, and also from the uh, application from the Longmont Doherty Earth Observatory. What we've done is we've taken the age models and the data for those age models, the age depth pairs, and placed them into an RDF graph utilizing the RDF data cube model. And additionally, we've also placed into this RDF graph environment data from the logging database as well as the Janus data. We could do this with any data that we have depth information for. I should caution, as this title shows, this is very alpha stuff. Most of the queries, or in fact all the queries that you will see, will be using Python through an IPython notebook here. And there's no web UI or anything like that currently associated with this, but it does give you an idea of some of the capabilities that we're looking at doing. The fundamental goal, of course, was just to enable the ability to access the data based on age. And so one of the things that we can initially do, of course, is there's a query that shows us the actual age depth pairs. And so this would be equivalent to looking at, for example, this is that particular resource, 207 site 1260B, and you see the age depth plot that we have here and some of the information that's associated with that. And all we've done is programmatically extract that information so that we know it's lat long location, its age depth. We could associate that then through the other graphs that we have with data, with publication information, with the actual core images that are associated with that. Here, let's focus on just extracting the age depth pairs and then using that along with depth information that we have. One of the things that we can do is this query actually allows us to search, you'll see here, on Upper Paleocene. So we're looking at the Upper Paleocene. We're looking at the log bottom data that we have. Of course, this is not very scientifically useful, but it's demonstrating a pipeline, right? So we're looking at the bottom depth of the log, and we're trying to find out what the age or we're trying to identify logs that end in the Upper Paleocene. So of course, we go from present to Upper Paleocene then through that log. And we limited this to 10 because there's a few hundred or more logs, but you just get an idea of pulling back resource IDs for these. These resource IDs are not the resolvable ones to the logDB, but the logDB is online through a linked open data model, and we just need to replace in this particular query those current resource URIs. That means that you would be able to conduct the search, get the links back to the resources that you could click on and then actually go to that particular log and get that information, download the log, and move on from that point. Since we can do this with any depth data, we can also do this with information that's in Janus, right? So this query goes down through here and actually just plots out the data. Here we're looking at NGR counts, plots out that data based on depth. But what we can also do is through this code here, again, this is what would be behind some kind of web UI. Through this code, we can actually get that results out now based on age. And so now we can plot that based on age MA. Obviously, we could invert this and do a search based on that. So what it means then is that we would be able to take the information that we have in these logs and actually say, show me Janus data for a particular geologic stage, or we could have upper and lower boundaries that are associated with that. So just a quick demonstration of some of the capabilities that we have. Later, you would probably wrap that into a web UI that would allow you to do things like we're doing here for some interfaces for lithology data, where we could actually just slide up and down for some absolute ages that we want, maybe move a range up and down and see the results that we get back from that. or have a drill down mechanism that would allow us to move down through the various geologic stages and select out the particular stages by name that we're interested in. So that's a quick demonstration of some of the things that we're doing with the age model data in the RDF graphs. Thanks.